Alright, so we're gonna be making a video for Ninja PvP. This is gonna be like an explanation or commentary on like how to get multi-pieces on your limit break. Basically I have two clips here. They're both like crystal high elo or whatever. You can check the leaderboards. I'm not gonna put them in this video. Like, you know, you can go check them out whenever you feel like for the two characters, Rami B and Noor B. Um, Basically I want to go and explain like my thought process on how to chain limit breaks. And for this video I have a couple of other PvP personalities from Revival. We have Ava Falafel, who's a mentor in Revival for White Mage. We have Vestel Sawyer, who happens to be like another ninja player, and he's also the originator of the macro that I put in the last video. I actually got that from him, so shout outs to him. And we have Acetic Acid, who's also like a frontliner player. So we have some varied opinions today, and you know, it's always good to just include like multiple perspectives because you know, they're gonna see stuff that I'm not gonna see, and if anyone wants to jump in like and say something, like that's perfectly great. So we're gonna start with the first clip here. So I'm gonna say this is the one on my main. This is called turning the game because you can see that we're technically losing the game here. They're like 39% and we've got 0% on the crystal. And if you look at the party list here, you realize like there's some issue. You know, maybe I coin flipped poorly in this queue. But you know, even if you coin flip poorly, you know, they have a warrior plus healer plus 3 DPS, and I have you know, 2 tanks. I mean, I also have a warrior, you know, but it's still you know, this was before the paladin buffs, I believe. So it's the paladin here is not the new buff paladin. And we're just gonna talk about like how to use your limit break to flip the game, because really like your win rate is gonna be, you know, you always win games that you're supposed to win, but what about the games that you're supposed to lose? That's really like the gap here to see like whether or not you can you know, climb or not. So here, this is technically a game that we're supposed to lose, like based on composition or based on like the way the game is right now. Like they can just sit down. So here's what I realized. So the first thing I realized before this clip even starts is the warrior has no guard and he's in the line AoE. Now, this is sort of like a chaotic moment, and like this is something that you have to use. Like this is why a lot of ninja players actually like the Mario Party maps, is that the chaos from the wind and the fire and all this stuff puts people like they kind of forget about you. And you're gonna see that I limit break this guy and he's still gonna have mana left over. Like if this was like the normal map, he has 6k mana right now. Like he could heal up, but he doesn't do it because he's so focused on this thing happening that he just wants to get out, and that's when I get my opening. So let's play the clip here. So I get my potion off. I'm like playing a little bit patiently. I see that he has no mana now. Now he's really screwed because once you see the person has no mana, that's a guaranteed kill. He can't heal. So I just do it. I wait for the 34 and I press the button. And then once I see that I have the reset, the best way to get another reset is to bunch and assassinate someone. So that's the next thing that I'm thinking of. As soon as I get the first reset, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I have Shikuchi up, so I'm gonna bunch and assassinate someone. So as soon as this is up, I immediately just Shikuchi over here. I skip this guy because he's a healer and he has full mana and he's not CC'd. So I just skip this guy and I go to this guy, and even though he's also full mana, there is something to be said about a healer targeting himself versus a healer having to pay attention and save someone else. So when you put damage on a healer, they could very quickly react to themselves because they don't have to look for where their party member is. And this guy is targeting someone else. So if I attack him, he'll be able to heal himself. But if I attack someone else, he has to de-target my warrior. And just that delay of him having to de-target my warrior and then target his machinist, that is the gap that I want to create by going for this guy instead of this guy. So you see, I skip him.
That's legit.
Say that again?
That's legit. As a healer, I'm like, oh shit, that's so true. How are you getting me?
Yeah, bro, I got you downloaded, dude. I got these healer players
Don't do this
downloaded.
to me.
Yeah, you know, like if I attack you, you're just gonna press the button on yourself. You don't have to find you. right? But if I press it on your teammate, you're like, where is he?
I'm like, how does he know? Holy shit, how do you
Oh
know?
yeah, dude.
Go,
I'm a menace.
go get this
Uh,
kill.
yeah, so this machinist, I put him at 49%, but the 49%, he's gonna recuperate, right? He's got full mana, so I'm being a little bit more patient. So after I do the assassinate, I'm gonna ice shuriken into LB here. So the ice shuriken goes on, 49%, instant button press. I already pressed the button. And here's the thing, there's no guarantee that it would have worked here. But the reason why this is like a full faith, full confidence LB, and the reason why I do it, I don't always advertise to do the full confidence ice shuriken into LB. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But the reason here, I have no option. Like, I have to do it. And the reason why is because my Seitan Tenshu timer is ticking down. It's at 2 seconds left. So this is all or nothing right here. And that's sort of like the mentality you got to have with Ninja. Is like, you can't be afraid. Sometimes it's just not going to work. And like, he could have easily gotten a 50%er here. He's literally 1%, 49% on the cutoff. He could have been like 1% higher, and that just would have been it. But you just got to do it. If you don't do it, you're going to lose. And if you do it and it fails, that's okay. But if you don't do it at all, you're guaranteed to fail. So this is like just like a full confidence, like, all right, we're in, and it's not always going to work. And there's been times where it messed me up. But in this case, it works. And this is how you get resets that maybe you don't deserve. Like, maybe I didn't deserve this reset, right? Because he's full mana. But just by rolling the dice, checking it out, trying it, I get lucky. And, you can't get lucky if you don't try. It's kind of the point that I'm trying to make here. Like, some people just hold on to their resources and they never try. They hold their LB until the next game, pretty much. So you can't get lucky if you don't try. So I try for it and I get lucky, and then it snowballs into my favor. So also another thing is my teammate puts damage on him as well, so I guess it works out. So I get this reset. Immediately I want to recover life. So this is your first priority after resetting usually is to play defense, because you are like, effectively the Ninja LB self stuns for like 2 seconds. This animation where I'm like assassinating him is like, I'm fully targetable. I'm not invincible. I'm not invisible. I'm fully available to be bodied. So immediately I recuperate. That's like the first button. And then I see this guy get stunned and I'm like, all right, brother, it's unga bunga time. I see the warrior going. So I'm like, yeah, here we go. So as soon as I see the 49%, like, immediately I press the button, he's dead. And then here I still have my Raiju left over. So normally I would save the healer for last, especially since they have full mana. But since he got unga bunga by the warrior, that means it's safe. Because here's what you do. I see, okay, this is kind of like a lot to check, but I check that he doesn't purify this stun. The unga bunga stun from the warrior, he doesn't purify it. So that means that he doesn't have purify. So that means that I can actually press the button. So if he purifies here, I can't press the button. Like, if I see the purify animation off, he's gonna start recouping. If he purifies here, I have to wait. But since he doesn't purify, I know I'm set to go, because his mana bar doesn't matter if he's stunned, right? So as soon as I see that he doesn't purify, oh, this guy doesn't have purify, that's it, this is a freebie. So I see it, I press it, and then you can see, like, I press the button before the stun ends. So look, you can see this Q animation is going off, and the stun is still active for like a millisecond. This is the server check. This is the server check right here. As soon as my body makes contact with his body, that's the percentage check. The quality is a little bit low, but it says 47%. So I know that as soon as this stun is like 1 millisecond out from falling off, now I'm completely safe. He cannot recuperate because it's still active on him. So I get him, and we move on to the next guy. So I still have a Raiju left over, so I stun the Samurai. Again with the Assassinate, remember it's the same strategy from before. Like, the biggest way to reset on someone is the Assassinate. So again with Guard, he guards late. So Guard is not a life-saving tool, it's a block tool. So if he had guarded early, if he had guarded when he was like 90%, he could have like timed out my Seitan Tenshu timer. But since he guards late, I just slam him through the guard because he's below 49% guarding. You're dead. Okay. So I get this reset. Next guy.
It goes to guard.
Yeah, the kill
It
check.
does. It's
Yeah,
not. It's not damage. It's just an execute.
yeah.
Yeah.
The kill check is percent life based, no matter what they have on them, except for Paladin, Hallowed Ground, and Dark Knight Living Dead. So basically, if you're running into a ninja who's like styling or whatever, you cannot guard late because the guard isn't going to do anything. He's just going to slam you through guard. Sort of like Meteor Drive, why you don't want to guard Meteor Drive, like a monk who has LB. He doesn't give a fuck about your guard. And it's sort of the same with ninja. Something I'm starting to realize as I'm talking to like monk players more is that the monk and ninja game style is kind of like they have like similar parallels. They're both sort of like jobs that like cause havoc but aren't necessarily like traditional carries. So I see this guy hit 41%. I just pressed the button. He's not recuperating. I mean, this could be like a skill issue or I don't know what's going on. He got distracted, but he's full mana. He's not stunned. I just pressed the button and I get him. We're just going to call that luck because to be honest, I don't think I deserve that. So this guy guards early, which is good. And you can see because he guards early, I don't get the full reset. I have to like really work for it. I get the reset. So if you look before, with the samurai, I got the reset very comfortably. But this guy almost times me out. Look, 7, 5, 4. Like he's almost gonna time me out. And then just in time because of the team effort, everyone puts damage on him, and I get the reset in the last second. So now we're at 6 pieces. This guy's about to get slammed because he's by himself with 5 people. I mean, I don't even have to commentate this. He's just going to get destroyed. So I get this guy too. Very close to dying because I'm fully targetable when I'm LBing. And then I just recoup. I just get my potion back. I don't play around anymore. And that flips the game because now you see the crystal, we're like about to win the game here. And if you look at where the crystal was before, it was all the way on our side of the map. Like we were losing hard. And you can do this pretty consistently if you're patient. You know, and here's another example with my alt. We'll just go over this one too. So I see this guy, Half-Life, on my party list, right? But I kind of want to play a little bit safer. I want to be a little bit more patient. So when I press this button, it fails. So this is actually my fault. What I should have done is I should have been... There is, like, you know, here's the thing about the Ninja LB. I feel like when I'm too early with it, I lose, and if I'm too patient with it, I could also lose. There have been times where I press the button too fast and it fails, and there are times where I regret being patient. And this is one of those scenarios where I kind of regret being patient, because if I just walk by this guy right here, I target him from party list and get the first kill right away. He's half mana. Even if he recuperates twice, a Ice Shuriken will get him, right? And this guy is also low mana. So right off the gate, I have to tell you that there's already like a skill, like a team-based like environment. Like I don't deserve 100% credit for this reset. And that's the thing about Ninja, is that like you are team reliant. So, you know, I'm not pretending here to be like, oh, I carried the team by myself. No. We have, you know, shout outs to my team for sufficiently, you know, helping my mess up, because this mess up turns into a game-winning play just because whoever is playing with me checks my target and then they kill the guy. You know, because as soon as I get this kill, now I'm in business. I see these two guys are low mana, and this guy has LB as well, so I'm a little bit concerned. So let's see what I do. So I'm targeting the white mage because this warrior is on him as well. And in general, like, here's the thing. I stopped playing like forcefully, even though I personally would want to take out the samurai right now. I feel like the samurai is an optimal target. This guy is potting up in Narnia. I don't want to go chase him down. He's a ninja. He's gonna get away. But this guy, he has no mana, and he's like doing stuff in the middle of the team. Like, he would be such an optimal target. But you don't get to choose who's gonna get the reset. That's the main thing you have to realize about the ninja resets, is you don't get to choose. And once you realize that you don't get to choose and you just start playing like a rat, like I'm playing like the New York City rat, you know, like, oh, there's a little bit of pizza in the trash, you know, oh, there's a little bit of chips on the floor. Like, anything that I could take, I will take it. So I see target of target. I see the warriors targeting this guy, so I'm with my warrior on this guy. Even though he has full mana, even though he's a white mage, like I would have liked to skip him, but I'm just gonna play with. If you're putting damage on this guy, I'm with you. Okay, so I'm with him. So I hit this guy and then immediately press the button. He doesn't get a chance to react. The reason why his life goes down so hard is because I have Bunshin plus Assassinate on him. So I Bunshin Assassinate and then immediately press the button. This is like, it's the same strategy as before. Remember, like the best way to chain resets is Ice Shuriken plus LB and Bunshin Assassinate plus LB. So I press the button immediately. Right after, this is something I have to check, I have to like explain. While my animation is going off, I'm already targeting the next guy. Like, check this out. My animation's going off and I already have this guy in my sights. And looks like one of my teammates also marked him, so I know that it's safe. So I'm about to just press the button on this guy. He's 37%, right? So I hit the shuriken, and then I get a little bit more patient because I don't want to get 51%ed here. So he's 53, and then he's 56, and 43. Now I press the button immediately. And then after that, the game kind of like flips open. There's nothing they can do at this point. This guy, I stun him into LB. Here's the thing, he can't get a chance to recuperate because the Purify has a delay on it. So remember the last guy when I was saying like if he purifies, I'm running away, but he was above 51%. So this is kind of like a niche interaction. If the player is 49% or lower and you stun him LB, it will work. But if he's 51% or higher and you stun him LB, the stun is only a 4k potency move, so it might not work because of the way like server takes and stuff work. Like there's like a little bit of a delay. There's a delay on Purify and there's also a little bit of delay on your LB. But basically I know that if he purifies, he cannot recuperate as well because they share the same like animation lock or something. So I stun into immediate LB because he was already 51%. As soon as I press the button, the LB, the Raiju is going to flip him into 49%. If he was like 56, 57, I would not have immediately LB'd. I would have been more patient. And that's important to realize. Normally, I would have liked to Ice Shuriken, but I used my Ice Shuriken already. You can see that it's not available. So I stun him into LB on full confidence, and it works. So right here, I get him on the 45%. Doesn't get a chance to recuperate. This guy, he's, one-man army versus the team. And he dies before I even get a chance to reset. And that's pretty much the whole clip. Like, we're losing this game. Like, you can see... Crystal is all the way here. I deserve to lose this game technically, but we managed to flip it over by just by being patient. And also it's so important that why won't it mute? I don't want it to mute. I don't want to here. Yeah, it's so important. I would say the most important part of this clip is team play. Like obviously it's solo queue and my team sucks and I hate my team and all this shit obviously, but if I go for someone else in this moment, we don't get the full reset. Like, I have to play with this warrior because the warrior is here in the white mage. Don't complain. Just adapt. I wanted to... My mouse cursor is on this guy. He has no mana. I really want to get him. But, the warrior is here in the white mage. So, fuck it. Just do it live. Don't be super fixated on getting it your way. Because you can still win if you play with... If I just realize who he's hitting and I just hit him. So that was sort of like the whole explanation on like how to ninja limit break or whatever. Does anyone have any questions in the audience? No one said anything.
No, I didn't want to interrupt you, but let's see, my conclusion takeaways. Sometimes even if you want to pick someone, just go with who your team picks because you're the New York rat.
Yeah.
You'll take anything. And then
I'll take anything.
Yeah, as a non-ninja player, I'm like, oh shit. I gotta be aware of my health and stay away from them because even guard won't save me. That's me as a casual who didn't read anyone else's tooltips but my own.
I guess you could say that, like, it's okay to be a pot sugar, I guess, because was it? You don't get increased healing when you recoup when you're low, right? So if you know they have a ninja with LB, like you need to prioritize keeping your health up so you don't just give away kills like that.
Yeah.
I guess another thing is I don't know, maybe this is something more for like if you have a ninja on your team. The ninja LB is like super strong if the whole team helps get someone to 50,
Oh,
right? Because like 50% is not like that's not a lot of damage to do when you have 5 people hitting someone, right? So if you have like a ninja on your team, you need to like kind of see like also look for who you can easily hit like under 50 quickly and check who your ninja's hitting. You could even mark to help them out. Because
Yeah.
like I haven't really been playing ninja recently. I've been playing samurai, but if I have a ninja on my team and they're LBing, like I will check and try to help hit whoever they're hitting, get them under 50. Because like when they start getting those resets, it's like it's kind of over for the other team.
yeah. This is like an opportunity for me to learn how to not
How
get
to not
killed by
get
ninja.
fucked.
Yeah, how to not get fucked and also help fuck others.
Yeah.
I think something that I want to comment on is the position of the enemy team list on your HUD, Rami. Because of how important it is to be able to look at all the debuffs and buffs on the enemy team. And it's in a position that makes it really easy to see.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
I always write that down like in the clip mentor shit. Every time a ninja puts in a fucking thing and his fucking enemy list is like all the way in Narnia over here. It's like my brother in Jobstone. Bring your enemy list here so that you could target better. My brother in Jobstone.
That makes me laugh because I realize I look over your party list. I'm like, it's all the way Narnia as a healer. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I don't give a
Yeah,
fuck about my team. They can do whatever. I don't care. But I'm licking my lips, rubbing my hands together at the enemy team party list. I'm looking at.
You can tell that Rami's not a Maestri enjoyer by where his party list is.
Yeah. I'm a Mesui enjoyer based on
On
guard.
yourself.
If I see
dude.
if I see a guarding teammate, I'll Mesui him because the heal functions better if they're guarding. And a lot of people guard way too late. He's like guarding at 20%. It's like, okay, maybe I could turn his 20% guard into like a 30% guard, Maybe I could save him, Because then because there's a lot of guard break moves in the game. Like, if you're 20% and you're guarding, you're going to get drilled, If you're 20% and you're guarding, you're going to get meteor drived, But maybe I can save you from the drill. Hey, maybe, It's a 10K heal. Maybe you live. Who knows? It's I usually prioritize my Mesui on guarded teammates because the heal is a lot more helpful when they are like 90% life. And also enemy players, when they see a low HP guard target, they will not wait. They will attempt to kill through guard, which means that if I heal him in his guard, he can actually survive when he comes out of guard because they used all their big moves in his guard. Capiche?
Legit. I'm just like, yeah, that's what I would do if I were the enemy team.
I
Like,
think I would
I mean,
burst
I
through
usually, I don't, I usually
but-
glared when they're on guard. I'm like, glare. As soon as they're off, I'm gonna murk them with everything else I've
Oh
got.
yeah. Don't fall for the bait on the polymorph, man. Like, don't polymorph on sight. I always beat these autopilot white mages by just raijuing in. Like, I pretend like I'm a bad player, like I'm a monkey unga bunga. I just raiju into guard. And then you just see all the fucking stuff just roll down, dodge. Like, I eat the Primal Rand, I eat the Poly, I eat the Mizuchi, I ate all their CC. And then I'm just like, all right, well, you guys have no CC now. Like, let's hope my team wins.
Yeah, that too. Sometimes I guess you'd say, I don't know if I get baited so much as I'm just a dumb player, but when I hit my polymorph, I'm like, fuck, there's a guard. Fuck, why didn't I? And I'm like, well, there goes that. And I scoot away. I'm like, you saw
Happens.
nothing.
Yeah. Haps moment. All right. Thanks for joining me on this vid, guys. I was very glad to have you all here. And, that's it for the video. If you're watching, thanks for watching, and